Yes.
All right. Hey, you guys. I'm Jill, and I am here with Jessica Stearns, and I'm so excited. She is, the face behind Caffeine Until Cocktails. So if you are not following her, you definitely need to go over there and follow her. Lots of fun content. But Jessica's a single mom in Southern Illinois, and she has been a Faster Way client for a while now, right, Jess?
Like 2 years.
Yes.
It's been a while, and I'm like, why am I still chubby in the face? I'm like looking at my video like, oh, that's probably not good. Yeah, exactly.
Look at those shoulders. Are you kidding me?
I know. I actually can tone shoulders really quickly, and I love that about myself. That's what my motivation. When my shoulders start looking real good, I'm like, okay, it's working.
I just filmed a reel because I'm kind of the same way. You always like to work out the parts of your body that you feel the most confident about. So like, I love working out shoulders and I love working out legs. I could do legs and shoulders every workout all the time. I do not like working out my triceps and my abs.
I don't like my legs and they take forever to tone, but I know I can lift heavy.
Yeah.
And I like to do that. So I do it.
That's such a good point. I think that's the reason I don't like doing tricep stuff, because I'm terrible at it. Like I go to do a tricep push-up and I'm just like, I got nothing.
I think I skipped today's tricep push-ups because I did tomorrow's workout today, and I was like, nah, I'm good. Yeah. I'll do something else. Yeah. And I'll do lunges. It's fine. I'd rather do that.
All right, you guys. So I thought it'd be fun just to kind of check in with, Jess and see how she's been doing, because she has been a Faster Way client for 2 years. Her life, like many of ours, has had changes. It's had a lot of like moving, relationship changes. Like she's, her neck was like, you had a baby. I mean, you just had a baby when you started with me, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I was like 6 months, 7 months postpartum when I did it. So I've done it all.
Now you have like, he looks like a little man now.
He got a haircut last night and I was like, he's a teenager. He was sitting in like the barber chair with like the clippers and he's just like,
I know, he's so cute.
Okay.
Well, kind of walk us through, what your experience with the Faster Way has been like, just kind of, over the 2 years and, how do you feel about it?
So I think it was one of those things. So when I did it, it was like, okay, I have baby weight. I have like all this weight. I'm not happy, but I'm breastfeeding and I need something. That's what like drew me to the program to begin with. I know that's like probably so many of your clients, are older or my mom's age. I don't want to call you guys older, but you are older than me. But my mom convinced me to do it. And I was like, oh, I don't know, with my milk and blah, blah. And she was like, well, just like read the book. So I was like reading the book, and the whole chapter about like breastfeeding and fertility, that's what drew me in. Like that was the main reason I even did it, was because I knew that Amanda Tress had like put through this research and had babies. Like she was making milk that I felt comfortable going forward, because I had spoken to so many girls who literally were like, no, my trainers like figure it out. My dietitians figure it out. Like you don't need to be doing this. And they weren't like addressing the fact that the milk was the most important thing. Like, I don't care what I do, I was going to keep making milk, and I needed to figure out a way to do that. And Faster Way made me confident in that. And then when I talked to you, you made me feel even more confident, because you were like, with the carbs and your macros, like adjusting those just as you watch your milk trends. And I knew that I felt confident, upping my carbs on low carb day. And if I did see a decrease in my milk, I could adjust my macros, and I felt confident doing that. So, that was my first journey with it, and it was something I could maintain. My first year I did it, I lost like 45 pounds from like birth to the end of it, which is a lot. I don't feel like I have 45 pounds to lose, but when you talk about, you have a baby and all this, that's something that you want to feel comfortable with. And then I was, able to maintain it. And then, you hit, like I said, you have a bump in the road. I went through a separation and a divorce, and everything else goes out the window. I mean, I think you focus more on mental versus, God, I cry about this all the time. I'm off the Zoloft. I really wanted to focus on my mental health, and I knew with Faster Way, I could go in and out. I had the tools, I had the education that I could pick it up whenever. And I felt good about that even though I, was going through a rough spot, I could open my phone, I could open that app, and I could do the workout. And I had it there. So that made me feel really good. And then, you know, I moved again, still crying. I moved again. And recently it's like, I'm picking back up, and I was able to just pick back up. And I think that's the coolest thing about Faster Way, is that you don't feel like, oh, I'm on a diet, I need to start on a Monday. No, I could start any day of the week. I can track my macros any day of the week, and I feel confident in that. And that, I think, is what is so cool about Faster Way. You know, I've been doing the workouts again, I'm doing the recipes, and I can just open my phone and I get the emails and I get the reminders, and I'm like, okay, I can do this. Like, it's not, because it's not a diet. It's not like I didn't go low carb for 2 weeks and gained all this weight back. So I think that's what's so cool about it, is that I can just pick it back up and just do it. So that's where I'm at. I wasn't going to cry. What the hell? That's what happens.
Well, it's understandable. I mean, and I think that you are coming at it from such a healthy attitude, because, you know, for everyone watching, the biggest frustration I probably have is that all or nothing mentality that's out there with dieting. You know, that you feel like you have to either be completely all in, or you're
a failure.
You know, and you're a failure and you're just giving up. Whereas, you know, like what Jessica just said, through the Faster Way, there's going to be times, like for me, you know, my dad passed away in late December. And I mean, it took me, I was in a funk, you know, for at least half a year. I'm still kind of in a funk, you know.
It happens.
Yeah, but like half a year, but I still had some processes in place that kind of kept me from completely spiraling. So I still was able to, because I had set up some just healthier habits, I think for the past couple of years, I was able to kind of maintain and not just completely, you know, fall apart. And that really helps when you have some processes in place. And I think that's one of those things, don't you, with the Faster Way, that it's just kind of like, okay, it's there, you know it.
You know it all, yeah.
I can do that. You're right. Yeah. Like,
and you know what's so funny is, like, I may not be working out and I may not be eating like 100% great, but you know what? I took my collagen, I took all my vitamins, and what I am eating, I'm eating clean, and I'm drinking 150 ounces of water a day. So I am doing the bare minimum, and I feel good about that. Because half people I talk to don't even do that. So I'm like, well, I'm ahead of you. You guys suck. Like, I got this under control.
I was talking to someone else about their process through the 6 weeks, and she was saying just the water, just that reminder to just be drinking more water through the 6 weeks. She said, my skin's never looked better. And I'm like, isn't that amazing? All those other little things that make you feel better about yourself. It may not, it's not, I mean, yes, we all are, you know, are wanting to look physically, like lose the inches and the pounds and all of that. But there's so many little, I call them non-scale victories, that happen along the way that keep you going. Cause you're like, oh, suddenly my hair is long. It's like feels thicker. And like new moms are like, I've got like this new growth, you know, coming in, and like, but
I have, you know, being in the influencer community, I hate that word. People will be like, oh my gosh, your skin is amazing. And I'm like, well, I don't wear makeup. I use clean beauty products, which Faster Way like got me into. I mean, I do have Botox and I live for that, but, and I drink water, and people are like blown away by like, you mean you don't like wear a full face of makeup every day? I'm like, am I supposed to? Like, no, because I don't need to, luckily, like knock on wood, I don't need to do that. But I do realize, you know, between the collagen and the clean beauty and the water, like that's something that I do pride myself on, that I luckily, I'm taking care of my skin, because my mom literally has been like, did you see my skin? Like, it's from when I was in the sun with my oil on my face. I'm like, yeah, I don't want that. I'm good.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to prevent the bad things.
Totally. I have a question that I've been asking some of my VIP clients lately. What would you tell someone if they were considering starting the new client, the 6-week experience? Like, but they're kind of, they've been watching for a while, but they're just like kind of on the fence about it. You know, what would you tell somebody that was just kind of contemplating?
If they're like contemplating, just give it a chance. Like, what do you have to lose? Like, you either sit by another 6 weeks and watch it, right? But B, also, if they're like, I don't want to do it, but I need to do it because I'm going to lose weight, they're not going to be successful. And I know that. And I will tell people that, like, if you're even like, okay, we can hear every excuse in the book, but like, then if you're going to like not go into it with a positive mindset, don't do it yet. Like, I know that sounds bad. I'm supposed to be encouraging it, but don't go into it with a negative mindset. Right, because you're going to fail. And then you're right back to square one and you're all upset and mad and you're in this funk again. Like, you have to go in it like, I am going to give it 100% effort these 6 weeks and learn everything I can about my body, my, macros, working out, carb cycling. You have to be open to that, because I have watched people do this program and they're not open to it. And then they fail and they don't know why. And I'm like, well, you have to try. Like, you do, you really do. And I always complain about, I don't have time, which is every woman's like number one complaint. I don't remember what it was. I went to the gym and I was like, I don't have enough time. And then I was like, I got my workout done in 32 minutes. And I was like, oh, that was easy. Like, yeah. In 32 minutes, I can scroll on TikTok for 32 minutes. No problem. Like, I am a queen of that. But I went to the gym, I got it in, and I felt better. And it's just, if you truly want to see a change in your health and your body, you have to have the mindset. Because if you don't, you're going to fail. And I'm the first person to say that. So
yes, totally. I mean, the program works, obviously, because there's just so many people that do it, and it works.
But it only works if you work.
You are on board with it. I still go back to when I did it and I didn't tell a soul. I was just like, because nobody wants to hear that the trainer is, not feeling great or whatever. I don't know. I just didn't want to hear anything about it. A lot of people, when you already people think you're thin, they don't want to hear that you were wanting to go on a diet, which it's not a diet, but
but you wanted to feel better overall.
Oh, exactly.
So,
and I remember doing it, and I remember telling my husband, like, okay, I'm doing this. I need you to just like give me a couple weeks.
Like, let me do it in my
you do it. I'm doing this whole intermittent fasting thing. It seems so crazy. Now it just seems like I can't believe I was even stressed about that. That's the easiest part of the whole program.
Right? I've never done a 24-hour fast, which makes me laugh. I'm having surgery next week. And I was like, I'm going to do my 24-hour fast that day.
You will. Oh my gosh.
I was like, well, that kind of works for me.
Yes, that does work for you.
Yeah.
So that's a good segue into, so what's happening next, Jessica?
I'm getting boobs. I know that sounds so bad. We're talking about health and fitness, and I'm like, I'm getting a boob job. Like, I
think it's real life though. Everybody wants to feel confident.
Their best.
And their best. And I mean, it's different for everybody, but I think that's awesome.
I think after you breastfeed and you like watch your body change and you're like, I want them. Yeah. And I want them now, like right now. Yeah. I want them. And so, I've done a lot of Q&As and people are like, aren't you worried? I'm like, I'm honestly not. Maybe I should be, but it's one of those things that I am just very at peace with that decision. And I'm excited. I'm excited. It actually was the reason I really started hitting the gym even harder than I was. So like, I want to go into surgery feeling my best and be ready when I come out of surgery to keep working out and not give up. So
totally. So I always appreciate Jessica always keeps it real, you guys. And so over in her Caffeine Until Cocktails account, you really do need to follow her because that'll be interesting to see how that process all goes for you.
I'm excited. I'm going to be like such a weirdo. I'll be like, look at my new boobs. It'll be fine though. It'll be good. I'm excited.
I think it's a part of, it's just a part of life. If that option is there for you and you want it and it's safe, and who cares?
I know. You know me. I'm like, whatever. I'm going.
Exactly.
I'm excited. Okay.
What else is going on, Jessica? I know this weekend you've got big stuff happening.
So I think so I'm going to just, give some plugs here. So obviously we live in Southern Illinois. I am never in my life that I would live here. And I'm here. I always joke, I'm trapped here for the next 16 years of my life. But we're here, and, Southern Illinois, it has a lot to offer. You raised your family here, you sent them off into the world. My mom did the same thing, but I came back and I'm here, and I always joke I'm trapped, but Southern Illinois, I am passionate about making it fun again and making people see all the amazing things that happen. So I was actually texting with Brian Mullins, our basketball coach's wife or fiance, Katie. She is from Chicago and she lives down here, and her and I were just chatting about how people need to be excited about our area, and people need to be excited about our university, because without our university, our area could fail. And I think that's a harsh reality that a lot of people don't want to talk about. So I have been working with SIU and Learfield, which is Saluki Sports Properties, who manages all of our, it's like a national company that actually manages all of the baseball fields, the arena, corporate sponsors, things like that. And so I am hosting a tailgate with them on Saturday from 11 to 2. The game starts at 2, so we'll go into the game then. Chris Sloan, if you're from the area, is playing. Tony and Natasha Stearns from Country Financial sponsored that for me. So, a lot of businesses wanting to be involved, and a lot of people coming just to get out and support it. I told Katie, I said,
the forecast looks amazing.
I know. I'm like, yes, I'm so excited. So,
amazing.
Yeah. And I've gotten, obviously Tony and Natasha are my brother and sister-in-law, and they're sponsoring the music for me. And Decor Evermore is donating a balloon garland for a photo opportunity. So it's one of those things that a lot of businesses are really excited to, get out and support our university. And I think it's just something that everyone needs to be doing. The tickets are $12. You can't pay for much cheaper fun to take your family to. And our team's amazing. Nick Hill is doing an amazing job with the team. The players are excited. It's just a really fun thing. And we as Southern Illinois people, maybe you're not an SIU fan, but just to go out and support the home team, as I say, and just go have fun, be social. So
the game starts at 2 o'clock, right?
The game starts at 2. Yeah. My tailgate starts at 11. So it'll be fun.
And where is the tailgate in relation to the stadium?
So Saluki Row, which is where all the corporate tailgates are. That's where I get to be with Learfield. So it's right there by the practice field, and the walk up from the big parking lot off. Is that 51? Off 51. Okay. Just big right there. So you'll see a balloon garland, and there's me and all my friends.
That's awesome.
All my internet friends and real friends.
So does it cost anyone to go to the tailgate?
No, my tailgate is 100% free to my followers and friends, which I think is super fun that Learfield has provided that for me, just to really encourage people to go to the game. So I'm excited about that. BYOB, BYOS, BYOK, kids, snacks, beer, or you can leave your kids at home, whatever you want to do. Yeah. So it's going to be fun, and I'm excited. And then I'm hosting another one October 16th on homecoming. And then, but Rindleman's Orchards is donating me a bunch of pumpkins to do photos with Ben. And then Side Hustle Designs is doing another balloon garland. And then Rindleman's is giving me apple cider to do apple cider mimosas. So I'm really excited that so many businesses are wanting to be involved and encourage people to go out and have fun. So I'm passionate.
I can't say enough. I love that you're doing all that. And I think, I know, we both are very much aligned on so many things in our lives and what we do, but local businesses is a really big one for both of us. And I think you doing what you said about the Salukis is so true. We all need SIU.
Everyone needs it.
In Illinois that lives here and wants this, our area to thrive. It is a beautiful place. And my husband and I always laugh at, because we felt the same way you did when we were younger. We would go on a trip and come back and be like, we don't have this, we don't have that. And then, one time we just looked at each other and we're like, we got to quit complaining and just embrace what it does have instead. And when you can make that mental shift, when you live in small rural USA, easy to see other people living, you think living their best lives elsewhere, but what's
funny? People come here and they'll be like, this is great. I'm like, but it kind of is I go cost of living. Like we always complain about our taxes in this area, but I'm like, I mean, I think we actually have it pretty good. Like, I know what my mortgage is, and people see my house and they're like, this would be like quadruple in the city. I'm like, okay, well, I'll take that. So I think it's one of those things. We are so quick to compare ourselves to other people and cities that we forget about all the great things here. And there are so many amazing businesses that are trying. And I do think we like need to give them a chance. So
absolutely. Have you been in downtown Marion lately?
yeah, it is like the cutest thing ever. I'm like, what are y'all doing without me?
It's amazing.
Like, I know. Like, have you been in Wit and Wisdom?
Not the new one, huh?
Okay, you need to go check it out. And she's like got so many cute things. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm obsessed. So I obviously my Christmas giveaways are coming up, and I'm talking about it in September.
Yes.
But I have like 43 businesses this year. So I'm like, oh, I probably need to get on that.
Yes. Well, that you can be doing that while you're recovering from surgery next week.
Right? No, I have to quarantine for 2 days. So I have all these I've like bought all this stuff to do house projects because they make you quarantine now before surgery. So COVID life.
Yes, exactly.
It's fine.
Oh my goodness. Well, thank you so much for your time. This has
no
been great.
problem.
I appreciate it. I mean, I think the takeaway, well, there's a couple of takeaways, everybody, but one of them is, life is this,
Yeah.
It's never this. And your health can, you can still maintain some healthy living even through the crazy times, just
and I know
processes.
This is my take home. My mental health has been at the forefront of my journey the past year. And I, have realized though that your physical health and mental health plays such a role into all of this. And Faster Way has taught me like you can adjust things you do to see if they work. Back to macros, just macros alone, adjusting that to see how it works, So I'm on Zoloft. I'm the first person to say that, but I've been trying to wean off of it because there is a weight gain component to it. And just literally, I can't lose a pound. Like I literally cannot lose 1 pound. And so I'm trying to wean off of it just to see if that makes a difference. So I think through all of this is that Faster Way has given me like the tools and resources and the confidence to kind of take control of all aspects of my health. And it's just taught me so much more than I ever thought it could. So it's not just like, I'm going to lose 20 pounds. It's you actually are learning stuff too. So I think that's the important thing.
Totally. Well, you guys get out there this weekend. If you're in Southern Illinois, go to the tailgate. That's going to be so fun.
Yeah. And come say hi because some people don't talk to me and then it's even more awkward. So I'm like, please introduce yourself to me.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I had a girl hug me the other day and never told me her name. And I'm like, I don't know who you are. That's all I got. So it's all good.
That's right. Well, all right. Thanks, Jessica. It was great to talk to you.
Thank you, Jill.